90.5 FM is WUOG Athens, and you are listening to a pre-recorded episode of D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons & Dragons broadcast. All right, we're back, you guys. Hello.
Hey, Kenan, who are we?
Yeah, what's the plan?
What's the plan? Well,
Mm-hmm.
last we left off, your motley crew, having completed your expedition to save a young girl from a troll, and hence turning over that troll's corpse to one Fenria Mears, a half-elven mage of some kind, seeking information on the troll's activities, its disposition, and its motivations. She performed some sort of arcane ritual in which the corpse of said troll was shunted into what appeared to be a little chunk of amber, which she then carried, escorting you back to a house on the edge of the town from which you came. And upon just placing the troll's corpse on the floor in one of the rooms of a house which seemed larger on the inside than it did on the outside, very much so, you were introduced to one Ernest, a halfling mage, who seemed to be wearing somewhat disheveled robes, intentionally so, and wild and kind of matted hair, as well as one Arbitrage Hackleholly, a human man, older, with a long white beard and a dark overcoat and a hat. He has a singular eye patch over his left eye. And having been introduced to these individuals, you took up lodging in their home for the evening, as well as their offer of dinner. And after waking, you elected to go out and explore the town with your newfound friend Fenria, where you made your way to the theater, believing that there would be a showing of Do Warforged Dream of Magical Sheep, the renowned stage adaptation of the famous book of the same name. You were disappointed to find that there was no such production, but instead quite the poor attempt at opera by one by just one woman standing on stage and screaming her guts out. The sound was awful, the production was minimal, and it was just her standing on stage, screaming to no end. Seemingly no end, anyhow. The show went on for about an hour and a half. Most of you, left during the act, except for Mishiro, who, against his better judgment, stayed, left, returned with a flower in hand, and gave it to the performer, and proceeded to mislead her until you got her outside and just told her that she sucked. And that was the end of that conversation.
I think that's unfair, because I did attempt to kill her with insults when she was on the stage before I left.
You did cast vicious mockery, but she seemed to take him like a champ, not once wavering in her performance. And after fleeing this woman, you made it back to the tall house in which you had stayed for the night, where Fenria went back to doing her business. Ernest continued his, and you went up to meet Arbitrage with the promise of work, for you had agreed with him that you would engage in some more errands at his behest, perhaps for some pay. And you climbed up a tower, a sort of spire addendum on the side of this pocket dimension house, and you met him in the top in what appeared to be a grand observatory, the ceilings of which appear to be transparent, but displaying things that should not be seen in the sky above. He looked through a telescope, and you saw the clashing armies of two opposing sides on a field of fire and brimstone. You couldn't make out the nature of the soldiers, but you could swear you could smell the sulfur. And he got up from the telescope. The scene above faded into that same sort of starry expanse that you would see out your bedroom window. And he came up to you and said, "Ah, welcome back. I've got a job for you." And that's where we're picking up.
Right. That was
Nice.
exciting.
Good recap.
Yes. Quite a big fan of employment.
Well, I should hope so.
Quite a big fan of payment for employment.
Now, that's what I'd like to hear. So, if you'd like to hear the details of the job, I can certainly accommodate you. But if after hearing such a thing, you're not interested, that is fine as well.
I have a feeling we'll be interested. My friend Burroughs here has been after some gainful employment for quite a minute.
Gainful is the word.
Well, yes.
We have how do you say in this land? Diamond hands. We want to hold on to our attendees all the way through.
Afraid I've not heard the
What?
expression. I really haven't heard the expression. Either way, for this job I'm willing to pay you 75 gold each. Is that something... I'm going to go into the description in a moment, but I'm open to negotiation.
Can we huddle together and talk about this privately?
By all
Sure.
means, sure.
Payment, of course. Then we sort of scuffle to the side and huddle together to talk about payment.
75 gold each is nothing to sniff at, folks. That being said, I think we can do it for 80.
We're bartering?
Well, if you were,
Negotiate.
if you were ever to negotiate, aren't you supposed to go like unrealistically high so then you can meet in the middle, which is right where you wanted to be?
I think that demanding 100 gold each before we know the nature of the job is the move.
And then maybe he'll go to like 85 or 90 even.
Yeah, or maybe once we hear the work, if he's so desperate for specifically us doing it, we can be like, we won't do less than a certain amount, and then maybe he'll oblige.
Let's find out what the job is first.
Okay, I like that.
Fair enough. Do
Should we-
shuffle back?
Yep.
Hey, what's the job?
The job. I have an acquaintance, an associate, on the continent of Rune. Have any of you been before?
Which continent is that?
That
Rune.
yes, that would be the continent immediately north of Scarlet's Set.
I have not been there.
Well,
Just checking. No, but it's very close to my home. Just a bit of a day or two journey by boat north.
I hear it's lovely this time of year.
well, yes, but travel won't be any sort of problem. I can send you to my associate without any issue. He set up his institution in the whispered wilds of Terpsichoria. His name is Carthog Spinebreaker, and he's in need of a particular component for a brew he's been trying to do. But he's been quite busy as of late, and has requested some extra hands to run this errand for him.
Yeah.
What kind of errand are we looking at here?
He requires the tongue of a spirit Naga.
Oh,
Can you explain that to me, simple folk? Honestly,
What is it you don't understand?
how we're supposed to procure such a thing?
some of my friends here, not me, but some of my friends might not know what a spirit naga is.
Can I make a nature check?
This would
see what-
be... I'd say nature.
Okay. Yeah, let's see here.
That's 7 for me.
Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and let these guys roll it out.
It's not of the sea. I'm gonna say I don't know it.
It's a 14 for me.
14. You've not heard of such a thing. You're not sure.
Okay.
Well, in case you're unaware,
Oh,
a Naga is a sort of serpent spirit, a kind of entity. But spirit Nagas are the nasty ones. The guardian Nagas are the friendlier ones. The spirit Naga in question is named one called Theros. Apparently, he kind of looks at a piece of paper that he seems to have jotted down something. He says, "This particular one appears to have been sort of hectoring the countryside near Krathog's home for some time. He's more a general nuisance, it would seem, not any sort of major threat. But he requires this creature's tongue for a potion of some sort."
Well, excellent. Does he have any sort of almanac or anything that we can sort of understand more of what we're dealing with?
I'm sure he could accommodate you. But seeing as how you've proven yourself quite decent monster slayers in recent days, I'm sure this shouldn't be too big a problem for you, no?
I'm absolutely. We did a great job at killing the first one.
That you did. So, do you accept?
I'm willing to. Yes. Yes.
For I might accept for you said 75 gold apiece?
That's what I said.
Let's make it 90.
Make a persuasion check.
That's gonna be a 20.
20?
20.
Dirty 20?
Dirty 20.
Nagas can be quite nasty. Sure, call it 90.
Pleasure doing business with you.
The pleasure is mine. So, if you're, I'd ask you to make preparations, and we can get you on your way as soon as possible.
All right. Let's go pack our things, boys. We've got another monster to kill. Hope we don't die this time.
You say it like we died last time.
I was close. You
Well,
two were off in the basement. I was having fun upstairs.
It was fun. You said it yourself. Let's go do it again.
Yeah, let's do it. I am for sure the one of the three of us who needs to be fighting at all times.
That's right. Let's keep that up.
Yeah, well, you did such a great job last time. Why not?
Maybe I should work on my fighting skills on the journey. That said, how are we getting there?
Don't worry about that. Just make whatever preparations you need, and I will send you on your way as soon as possible.
It's awfully cryptic, but I'm not one to question it.
Yeah.
I
Anytime,
like your funny words, Magic Man.
anytime a magic man says something funny to me, I just nod my head and pretend that I understand.
Great. Well, let me know when you're ready, and I can send you on your way.
Wait,
Well,
can what time of day is it currently?
Currently, you've just gotten back from the performance that went from about 11 in the morning to 12:30. So I'd call it about 1 in the afternoon.
Okay, could we take a little nap before we go, like a short rest?
Sure. But keep in mind that when you're going, it's actually earlier in the day. So it'll be fine.
Okay. All right, Magic Man. I trust your time-telling abilities.
Well, I, for one, don't have a lot to pack, so I'm more ready when you guys are.
Yeah,
Do you
everything I've got.
Do you have your shovel, Itoitsu?
I never leave home without it.
It's essential.
I think he's good to go. I think we're good to go. We travel light.
Oh, right this very moment.
Not gonna speak for everyone, but I'm good.
Absolutely.
Stellar. All right, do follow me. And he kind of walks around the crowd of you, going down to that trap door, opening it, and then descending down the spiral staircase of this spire. And he keeps going until he reaches the bottom. And if you follow him, he sort of like knocks his hand on like the wall, like next to the door you came in to actually get here, and you see another staircase just appear, leading down below the floor. And he descends.
Secret tunnel.
And if you follow him, he leads you down some more, until you reach another door that is stood in front of you. He opens it, and you see a circular chamber, in which there is a circle very intricately drawn on the ground in what appears to be some sort of like it appears to be carved into the stone of the floor itself.
Neat.
Yeah, I just nod and keep moving.
I'm just trying to make some dough here.
Okay, well, this is how you'll be getting to my associate. I've already reached out to him. He is expecting you. So he should be there to meet you when you pass through. There is this is a teleportation circle. Have you ever used this before?
No, haven't had the occasion.
Ah, well,
I'm more of a ship person.
that's fair, but I just thought I'd ask, just to be sure. Which, if you haven't used this before, I will warn you, the first time can be a little jarring. If you throw up, that's fine. Just, I guess, aim for somewhere considerate.
Gross. Fantastic.
Does it take long? Like, do we experience it, or
Oh,
will we
no.
just?
It's quite instantaneous. I'm going to adjust the circle to match up with that of Krathog, and I will send you his way, and you will run into the circle, and you will emerge on the other side. No problems whatsoever.
Okay. I'm still a little concerned about the no problems part, but I trust you.
There
Don't
will be
break that trust.
no problems.
Have there been any recorded problems? What's the OSHA log on this thing look like?
The what?
The OSHA, I messed up logs. You know.
Jesus Christ.
Right, let's go. Let's get on the thing. I've embarrassed myself.
All right, well, give me a few minutes. And Holly begins to walk around the sort of circumference of this teleportation circle, kind of gesturing in the air with his hands, and you see little strands of arcane energy just sort of manipulate about his fingers. And then after maybe about 10 minutes, he bends over and then touches his hand to the edge of the circle, and it lights up. And he says, "All right, off you go."
All right. First one there wins, and I start like jogging towards it.
All right, you do so, and you get to the edge of the circle, and you vanish from view of Hitoitsu and Burrows.
God, he's teleported.
On the way, I want to have like while I was running, I want to yell back at Burrows. Burrows, on the other side, remind me. I'm gonna ask you about your history of boats. A good boat, and then I hit the thing.
He's a nosy little guy.
Yeah.
Well, all right, hurry up. This doesn't stay open forever.
Oh my
I'm running.
gosh!
I'm going to the portal. Oh, I'm jumping onto the circle.
I start jogging after. I'm very much concerned about my well-being until that one girl that I still have, and then I disappear.
You three run into the circle, and in the blink of an eye, you emerge from another circle in a room that looks somewhat different. There are candle sconces on the wall. It appears to be this room appears to be of like dark stone brick make, and you emerge first Mishiro, then Burrows, then Hitoitsu, and I need all of you to make con saves.
Oh man.
Oh no, that's a 7 for me.
Yikes.
The 15 for me.
Snap. I was unprepared.
Roll dice.
11.
All right, you all emerge, and Mishiro and Hitoitsu, you feel a feeling, but you're fine. Burrows, on the other hand, you feel the sudden urge to retch.
I like this.
I don't like this.
Hey,
Think about
I
the guy
s-
with boats being seasick.
it's like being seasick, but worse.
I swear I was going to ask someone something, but I seem to have forgotten.
All right. Burrows, do you what do you want to do?
I feel the urge to retch. I like to point myself in a direction where there's nobody and would be easy to clean up. And then I think I gotta do what my body's telling me to do.
Make an investigation check.
Interesting.
Oh no.
Oh, nuts. That's an 8.
8. You don't you look to your right, you don't see anyone there, but there's just the intersection of the floor and the wall.
Well, roll to retch.
All right, yeah, no, you don't need to roll. You just kind of go over and just it's not pleasant. And you kind of hear from the opposite direction. You're just oh, come on. And you look over and you see closer to you, Hitoitsu and Mishiro, there is this hulking figure standing very tall over you. You look up and you see this very tall, shredded bugbear man.
My goodness.
He's standing a good few feet over both of you. But upon his nose there are these tiny little pince-nez spectacles, and he wears kind of these deep purplish robes. And he approaches and he says, "Greetings. I'm Krathog Spinebreaker. I take it you were the monster killers."
Lovely to make your acquaintance, Mr. Spinebreaker. My name is Mishiro.
Mishiro, it is good to meet you, and you, sir.
Well, the folks call me Hito Itsu. It's a pleasure to meet a spine breaker.
Well, that I am, but it is just my family name.
So I assume you've broken a spine or two in your time.
Oh, have I broken a spine? No, actually, I have not.
I assume you've blown out some backs at least.
Maybe. I'm struggling to remember right now.
Well, our retching friend over there is Burrows, and we are happy to be on assignment for you.
This never happens, I swear.
I'll take your word for it, but just let me know when you're done. And after a few seconds, just you eventually get over the feeling.
Yes.
And you, as you stand up, you see Krathog just kind of wave his hand dismissively, and the smell that began to permeate from the little spot you found just ceases, and you turn back to see that what you had left there is gone.
It's just like Hogwarts.
It's just like doing this over the bow of a ship.
More
Side
or
of a ship.
less. Okay, so what did Holly tell you about the errand I'm having you run for me?
We are cutting out the tongue of a spirit Naga and returning it to you for 90 gold apiece.
Yes, well, that is, I'm not the one dishing out the sum here. It's Holly paying you. I agree. Now, have either of you any dealings with Naga before?
I'm gonna go ahead and say, fortunately, no.
Well, that depends entirely on the Naga. But in the case of this one, fortunate is indeed the word. His name is called Ferris, and he's quite the little scourge around these parts. But, what can you do? Nagas, you see, have reincarnative abilities. After they die, they just sort of come back. So,
No, well, that's not good in itself. So I am more than willing to help you after telling me that. You should have led with that, actually.
regrettably, this isn't a process that you'll be able to stop. Either.
Well,
Hmm.
sorry, I just want to interject for my friend here. Hitoitsu, it sounds like they don't revive themselves like zombies. It sounds like it starts anew, like a new birth. So is that better for you?
I'm gonna have to ponder this one, honestly. There's a lot of gray regions, is what I've been figuring out recently. Maybe I need to reevaluate my life.
Well, I would like to point out that if I take it you are of a holy persuasion.
Indeed.
May I ask? May I ask which deity you follow?
Of course. Have you heard of a Almitra?
That I have. She's quite the benevolent one, I hear.
Indubitably, and I feel like the only law is the dead stay dead.
Well, yes, but in the case of the Naga, when they return, they are not undead. So the scourge of undeath is not something that is within their norm, and the guardian Nagas, as I mentioned, that there's the distinction: the guardian Naga and the spirit Naga. The guardians they're not quite there, but they are somewhat celestial in nature, so their reincarnation is one of a divine gift. The spirit Naga, on the other hand, are more fiendish. So, that's why this one's a problem. He's just annoying, if I'm being frank. I've killed him a good many times.
So, are we supposed to stop him from coming back?
No. Regrettably, that's not something that's within any of our capabilities.
Well, we could try.
I don't believe. Yes.
He got
No.
a really good shovel.
I don't doubt that.
A gun.
Now that I don't doubt either. I've heard of those things. Vicious, I hear.
That's the word.
Well, I hope you use it well. So, this particular Naga, Cartheris, he's set up his orchard a little ways north of here. He's taken up residence there. If it so suits you, I'd like you to track him down, kill him, take his tongue, and then skedaddle before he comes back.
Sounds doable.
All right.
That sounds achievable.
Yeah.
Do you have any Naga slaying tips and tricks?
For
Yes, they
dummies?
do have quite the arsenal of spells at their disposal, so do be aware of that. Aside from that, however, not particularly.
Is he susceptible to anything specifically?
To my knowledge, just thinking, afraid not. But either way, anything you throw at him, don't try to poison him. I will say that will not work.
Oh,
I learned
noted.
that the hard way.
What happened?
Well, he took a nasty bite out of my shoulder. I got better, but it was not pleasant at the time.
Can you help me out here? I've never figured this out. If it bites you and you get hurt, is it poisonous or venomous? And if we bite each other and nothing happens, what is that?
Beg your pardon?
Nothing. I'll ponder that on another day.
Anyway, his grove is about 3 days' journey north of here. Have you? I don't take it any of you have navigated the Whispered Wilds before. Just be aware, it's somewhat cold out, so be aware that the elements are quite dangerous in these parts.
Noted. Is there any store nearby that we might pick up some warm clothing?
Around here, I'm afraid to say, I'm somewhat disconnected from urban populations. If you haven't set foot outside yet, this tower is quite isolated. I regret to tell you.
Yeah, I'm afraid I didn't have a window seat on the way in, but I'll take your word for it. Maybe we'll find a corpse or something with a nice sweater on the way.
It is still summer, so it shouldn't be too terrible. But in the winter months, I do get snowed in regularly.
I guess we won't stick around for that.
No, don't.
All right. Well, I guess we best get underway while there's still light out. I believe we have the afternoon.
You do. But if you would like to stay the night here first, I can accommodate you, and you can set out first thing in the morning, but I'll leave that to your discussion.
Oh, I would love a nice little rest here. I'm quite exhausted from a long day of meeting the locals in the previous town.
I thought we started off early in the morning with our teleportation.
No, that was like early afternoon there.
Fair enough.
Because you left right after you got back from the theater.
I mean, if we started now, we could have like a Lion King thing where we walked on logs and the time changed behind us until we got to our destination.
It's only noon, I will say.
It's high noon.
Let's hit the road, fellas.
Yeah, let's just go. What's the worst that could happen? Let's just go.
Well, the worst that could happen is that you could die horribly, and then I don't get my tongue.
Well, if the worst thing that could happen is death, well, what is life really? You can only kill us but once.
Well, unless you're Naga.
Oh.
Yeah, well, that is true. All right, well, if you're ready to head out now, I can just lead you to the door, or...
Sure. Yeah.
Sure, follow me. Why not?
Sure.
Wait.
I will say I do have...
Could you do the thing that we just experienced, where Holly teleported us? Could you attune that square to right outside the Naga's home?
Regrettably, no. I don't have that spell prepared today. I can't teleport you all to the door of the Naga. Also...
Plot armor.
Well, I'm sorry. I just didn't prepare it today. I can, however, send you back to Holly through the Teleportation Circle. The circle only works connecting one circle to another. Getting, like instantaneously teleporting a person or persons from one place to another without the use of circles is a higher form of magic, I'm afraid.
So you're saying you can't do it?
Well, I can, just not currently.
I'm not sure.
It's what wizards may call a doozy.
Well, I'll say this. For instance, Mr. Hitoitsu, there are spells that you cannot cast at this current moment because you have prepared others instead, yes?
Yes, that is indeed how it works.
Precisely, same concept.
But at the same time, I am simply built different, so...
So, we appreciate your service, sir. We will head out immediately.
Yes. Well, I do have I'm sorry, okay? I have other business to attend to that requires my upper echelon spells. I'm sorry.
Well, fellas, if you'll follow me out this way, this is the front door. And Hitoitsu, could you hand me the lyre off my back? I believe I'm going to multitask as I move.
Now hold
Goodbye.
on, wait, hold on. That's not the front door. And you go out a door that's kind of immediately in front of you from where you're standing outside of the circle. And you open it, and you just see this creature, incomprehensible in nature, that is just chained down.
Oh no.
Do I have
Oh my
to?
god.
It,
I can't even comprehend what it looks like.
Yeah, no, you look at it and you're just like, oh no, as it's chained to the floor, and you just hear this kind of noise, and he's just like, close the door, close that door right now.
Should I make a wisdom saving throw against like eldritch horror?
Sure.
All right, cool. If I lose my mind, that's that is a 20.
Yeah,
am the most
you're fine.
I've ever
And Krathog comes over and just slams that door shut, and he's just like, yes, that is not the front door.
So what was that?
Something awful.
Why do you have it?
Because I don't know what it is.
Okay, all right. Let's go get the tongue now.
Yes.
All right, bye. I open the door.
No, follow me. Follow me. Don't open that door either. Follow me.
A man of many doors.
So he leads you away from the three doors that are kind of at the rear of the circular chamber, and he leads you to another kind of trapdoor that you saw in Holly's observatory. And he opens it, and there is a staircase leading down, and he descends first.
Okay. I guess we descend after him, right?
Mm-hmm. And you go down a sort of cast iron spiral staircase that comes into the center of this grand library, not unlike the one that you saw in Holly's residence. However, it is of different. It's of a different kind of style and flair.
I see all of you guys watch the same HGTV show.
Well, a wizard would be remiss without his trove of knowledge. Looking around, whereas Holly's house seemed to be like of sort of wooden make and like sort of very like nice sort of homely furniture, this study appears to be more of a marble design with columns lining the walls. And he says, "Well, this is my study. If you want to research anything, just let me know. But if not, the door is right over there." And he says, pointing to like a set of double doors at the very front of this study.
I guess we're leaving.
I mean, unless you have anything else you require of me.
No, I was sitting here trying to think of it, but I think we're good to go.
All right, stellar. I would like to thank you sincerely for doing this errand for me. I have to deal with that thing you saw upstairs. Found it outside recently. It's I'm not a fan.
This has got the same energy as like boomer, like I hate my wife jokes. Like, is
the Eldritch Horror his wife?
No.
Oh no.
Dear God, no.
Would he like it to be?
Can we study waifus in his study?
God.
Oh,
Like,
good
we're
Lord.
leaving. We're leaving.
We are
Finboy
yeah,
voodoo.
you are leaving.
We're
He
gone.
kicks us out after we say that.
All right. Well,
Uh,
I do thank you again for helping me out with this. So,
Of course. And if I do drop dead, can you bring me back with Naga magic?
well, if you all drop dead without the tongue of the Naga, I won't be able to complete that brew, regrettably. That's
All
what
right.
That's what I
As long as
need
we-
it for. A potential revivification potion of a higher magnitude.
But you wouldn't use it on me, is what you're saying. If they brought back my dead body and the tongue,
It's
Well,
conceivable.
supposing the Naga's revived, would it grow a new tongue and we just kill it infinite times to get infinite tongues and revive infinite Misheros?
Well, that is how Nagas work. However, it also retains its memories from its days alive. So you could conceivably kill it again and again. I have, but I will say it does learn each time.
Well,
Okay.
really far out idea here, but the way you have that weird thing trapped upstairs, maybe just trap it and then take its tongue.
Well, if you would like to employ a trap of some kind, I won't stop you. Though I will say the chains I've used to bind that whatever it is upstairs, they are meant specifically for aberrations. In the case of the Naga, it is a monstrosity. So, sorry.
What if we were to kill the Naga and then simply wait around the same area until it comes back and then immediately kill it again before it has a chance to get its bearings? If we were camping around where it spawns.
Well, that
Guys,
depends entirely on how long you're willing to dedicate to this particular chore. It can take a Naga anywhere between 1 or 6 days to actually revive itself.
welcome to my Naga farm tutorial.
Much to consider.
I mean, where do you think they get
Well-
Naga hide from?
Oh my gosh.
My God.
The spawn traps on Nuketown.
Let's blow this thing wide open.
All right, let's go. We do have a gun. If we 360 no scope the Naga, that like
Do we get a tactical nuke?
Alright.
Little like.
Anyhow, but the grove is immediately that way. Maybe about 2-3 days journey. And he says, pointing in a direction that you assume to be north.
Let's get journeying.
Okay. Right.
Jeez.
I think it's time to go. We've dawdled long enough. I'm very sorry, sir. We are
Maybe
on
should
our
just
way.
Wait till we.
Ah, please, you're fine. Ta. And he closes the door behind you, and looking back up at this tower, you see this sort of simple appearing like stone spire that just kind of goes. It's very thin, but it goes up for what appears to be like maybe 4 stories before coming to like a point with its singular roof. Which again, the house appeared larger on the inside than it did on the outside.
That's a pretty shabby looking house. Yeah. I feel bad because Michelle is a lot meaner of a character than I wanted him to be. I wanted
so rude.
I wanted
I like
him
it.
I wanted him to be an Uncle Iroh, and then I realized that I'm not an Uncle Iroh, and I'm obviously not as good as role playing as I wanted to be. So instead, he's just like rude to everyone.
He's Ozai.
He is.
Just mild mannered Ozai.
I'm just gonna shoot a kid in the eye.
Whoa.
All right.
I'm the one with a gun here.
Yeah.
Speaking of guns, let's go where we can use this gun. Let's go find that Naga.
And they set off.
All right, you set off in the direction pointed you by Krathog's Spinebreaker, the bugbear mage of some sort. And
Cue the Lion King scene.
Sunrise and
all right, I will say with the first day of travel, heading in the direction, you appear to be in a sort of like hilled plains sort of region. The grass is of greenish brown, just sort of blowing idly in the wind. As you go, you'll occasionally see like the little like field, like a little occurrence of like a field rodent of like maybe like a rabbit or like a weasel of some kind just dart up from like a burrow in the ground before disappearing in the brush. So could I get one of you to roll a d20 for me?
Sure.
So whoever's leading this this day of travel.
Do I add anything to it?
No.
Cool. It's a 12.
12. All right.
Mhm.
All right. You you set out and you travel walking north for maybe about 2 hours or so, and you do come into you do eventually come upon the edge of what appears to be of a there are trees that start to appear somewhat sparsely at first, growing more dense as you approach the edge of what appears to be of a thicker forest. Um, and the canopy isn't so dense as to like bar any sunlight from passing through, so you can still see, but the shade is noticeable. Uh, and as you uh, and as you walk through the forest, you do start to hear you hear something off to your right. Could you make a perception check for me?
Yeah, me same. Me same. Me too. Okay. That is a 18.
Uh, an 18. Uh, you hear what appears to just be a conversation of some kind,
Ooh.
just between two individuals. I just can't believe what even is happening in this forest these days. I know. The Naga just keeps ripping up trees. It's almost as if he doesn't care for any sort of folk that live here. Outrageous, I know, right?
Um, I
The
conveyed
the
that
voices
to.
the voices appear to just be kind of from two stationary individuals who you can't see at the current moment.
Okay. Um, I think I'm going to convey that to the rest of the party and then ask if we go check it out.
Well, they don't like Nagas. We presumably don't like Nagas. Maybe we could get together, talk about how much we don't like Nagas and how we're trying to kill a Naga. Maybe they'd help us
Maybe we
out.
need maybe we need to consider the Naga side in all of this, you know?
I don't think so.
Um, yeah, let's go ahead and I guess like go talk to them, I guess.
Hey, you guys talking about how bad Nagas are?
Okay, so you kind of just step off the path that you've kind of just navigated for yourself, to the right, kind of peeking your head over, like this sort of very very like wide and sort of gnarled tree root, and you see just kind of sat down with their feet propped on like a sort of an arrangement of stumps. You see two figures of sort of uh, almost like brownish green complexion, uh, with very sharp ears on either side of their head. Their hair appears to sort of blow in the wind, and they wear clothes of seemingly sewn together from leaves and moss of certain kinds. And as you kind of poke your head over the underbrush to make yourself known, like they sort of start at first, but hearing you mention the Naga, one of them who appears to be somewhat of like a somewhat of a younger woman with like longer like autumn colored hair. She says, "Naga, you say?"
Yes. Yes. We are on a quest to kill the Naga.
Oh, good. At least that'll give us some respite for a few days.
Yes, and you are
I'm Khaleesi.
Khaleesi, my queen.
Rules.
Um, well, it is lovely to meet you. What is your relation to this area?
I live there. And she says as she just points to a tree.
What a lovely tree you have.
It's very
Well,
homey. I like it
I
a
live
lot.
there, but it's also I'm a spirit of the forest here. Same here, says another one. Says the guy who's also just sat down at the stump.
Hmm. Well, if you know this land, you may know its secrets. What is the Naga doing here that is disrupting your way of life?
It just lives here, and it set up its grove for itself. It rips up trees and chews out the dryads that live there, almost for its own amusement.
Hmm. Dick, disgusting. And
That's
is
just rude.
do you know of any way that you could defeat it permanently, that so that it is no longer a blight upon your land?
I don't. Sorry.
Hmm.
If
You
I
know
knew
of anyone?
that, I doubt we'd be even having this problem.
I bet you would take it down yourself.
Well, I appreciate your confidence.
Um, do you mind pointing it out so that we may send him into the sunset?
He's a bit of a ways further north than here, that orchard he's got for himself. But you know, you've got a bit of a day's travel ahead of you. You'll probably if you I doubt you'd want to travel through the night.
Mm, no, I don't tend to travel in any conditions I can't see in.
That doesn't mean you won't be able to see, but the wisps can be somewhat tricky around those hours.
Mm. Are there any safeguards we should take?
Safeguards? Just don't
Uh,
just don't pay him any mind, and I think you should be fine.
okay. Uh, I'll do my best to ignore them. And what time is it around right now? Like, should we stop here?
Right about now, it's about maybe 4 in the afternoon.
Oh,
We can absolutely keep
should-
going, I
yeah,
think.
let's
Yeah, let's
keep
keep
going.
going.
Yeah, go for it.
Well, I wish you luck.
Thank you.
Afraid there's not much I can do to help, except maybe get you on your way. Actually, sure, why not? And she goes over to another tree, and she kind of places her hand on it. She says, "Spread the word down the path. Get the roots out the way. The low-hanging branches, pull them up. We want these guys to get through, okay?" And like the head of another one of these dryads just peeks out from the bark. He says, "You what?" And she says, "Make way for these guys." Oh, okay, sure. Spread the word. Fine. And like the head disappears back into the tree, and and looking back down the way that you came, the tree branches that are especially low hanging, they sort of arc up slowly with like a lot of cracking noises to make the path ahead of you easier.
And for the second time, I start singing, "Secret tunnel, secret tunnel."
Well, ain't that cool?
I'm a bard. You guys don't think I won't sing "Secret Tunnel" every time we go through a secret tunnel?
Is it really a secret?
Well,
It's
we
just
wouldn't
kind of
have found it
trees.
otherwise. Yeah, we wouldn't have been here otherwise.
I mean,
So
it's not really a tunnel, so to say. But okay.
Mm.
Secret corridor.
Secret Avenue.
Secret Boulevard.
It's a secret boulevard of broken dreams. I
is.
walk
Oh my gosh.
Lane Road.
All right, let's
Okay.
let's go down this boulevard now.
You go down the boulevard. And for the rest of the day, your travel is uneventful. With
Glad to
the
hear.
assistance of the dryads of this forest, your path has been made clearer. So you do actually get you are able to move actually faster and further than you would have been otherwise.
Nice. We Naruto run through that really fast.
Mm. And by the time the sun sets and nightfall presents itself, there are actually fireflies that begin to make themselves known and just sort of buzz about the forest, creating this very nice sort of illumination amongst the trees.
Oh, it's kind of beautiful.
Cannot believe my eyes.
There's
Yes.
at least 10 million.
Sort of like they lit up the world as I fell asleep.
Why do I even try with you guys?
I mean,
Should we, if it's getting dark, should we make camp?
Yeah, I think that's a good idea. Let's see what camp equipment I have. Let's play very granular D&D. I have a cook's utensils and
Chef Machero.
the
Chef
camp. I have iron pot. I have another shovel and a water skin, a bedroll. Wow, I'm really set. All right.
Yeah, I have a bedroll, some torches, 10 days of rations, a couple feet of rope, you know? What are we going to make out of this? We can make soup.
We are set. We are good to go. All right. So let us go to sleep.
All right. So you kind of just find a nice sort of nook amongst the roots of trees and bushes to just sort of lay your heads down for the evening. Actually, make an investigation check for me.
Okay.
Everybody? Or just...
Whoever wants to sort of head this investigation, I will say you can do it at advantage since all three of you were kind of looking.
I got a 16.
Ooh.
I got a dirty 20.
All right. Yeah, you're easily enough able to find like a surprisingly comfortable patch of moss in between in between the roots of a very large tree, that actually makes for a fairly nice plush sort of bedding, especially considering it is the forest floor for the evening. So does anyone want to take watch, or are you all just gonna go to sleep?
Well, I can take first watch. I proceed to tuck the homies in and kiss the homies goodnight as I set up on a log.
After you tuck me in, I stand up and I go over and I kiss Burroughs in the head.
Thank you.
And then I get back in bed and I ask Burroughs for a kiss as well.
I will not do that.
And then we both send kisses with Hitoitsu while he stands watch.
All right.
What a bonding moment.
Okay. So as Hitoitsu stays up for the first few hours of the night, and Burroughs and Mishiro fall asleep for the first portion of this evening, Hitoitsu, would you make a perception check for me?
Of course. 17.
17?
Yes.
All right. You keep your head on a swivel. You're looking around, just like, no one's gonna mess with my friends. You do actually see a little globule of light sort of just appear from behind one of the trees, just and then just dart off again into the woods. And toward the end, but aside from that, nothing really occurs. Though with that roll toward the end of your watch, you do see, like, hidden amongst a bush kind of off and to the left, you see like these two sort of glowing tiny eyes.
Should I make a investigation check? Can I make an investigation check?
If you'd like to get up and investigate it, yes.
Sure, why not? Nat 20.
Nat 20. You get up and you pick up a stick and you kind of just approach slowly and kind of put the stick toward the bush, and a small hand, sort of grayish, reaches out and grabs it, and out hops this very small, squat little creature, with that appears to be like this grayish complexioned little sprite with like this sort of ragged mane of like darker hair, who has like the legs of what would appear to be a goat.
Oh.
And this squat little thing just sort of holds the stick that you're also holding curiously, and just is kind of sort of like moving his head around, sort of inspecting you from a number of angles.
This is adorable. I reach out to hold its hand.
Oh.
Make a general charisma check.
Okay. 19.
19. All right, so you sort of like let go of the stick, and when you do so, this figure also drops its end of the stick, and you kind of reach out your hand, and this little guy just sort of grabs your finger.
Oh my gosh, this is adorable. What do I do from here?
Hola, hablas eras?
Oh no, it started talking and it ruined the appeal. No, no habla español.
Español. Hablas eras. Comen?
I whisper loudly to Mishiro, trying to get him to wake up. Mishiro! Mishiro!
Oh, mother. Hi.
What is your background on foreign languages?
I took some in high school, but I failed.
Do you speak common?
Do I speak common? We all speak common. We're speaking common right now.
Hello.
I speak Gnomish.
Is that offensive? Did you?
You say that, and this little guy says, "Vrakirite," which is a phrase that you would also recognize to be Gnomish.
Oh, and I say, what's poppin'?
In Gnomish or common?
In Gnomish, it translates. It's a cultural thing.
Mm-hmm. And he replies in Gnomish as well. And he says, "Hello. What are you doing here in the forest?"
We are here to kill a Naga.
Ah, that one. Good luck to you.
Thank you. You know anything about it that might make our journey easier? Also, what's your name? I'm so sorry I skipped the niceties. I was asleep 2 seconds ago.
I am Guillermo. It's good to meet you.
Hi, Guillermo. I'm Michelle.
Michelle, it's good to meet you too. But if you are going to kill Caterus, I do keep a lot of secrets of the forest around these parts.
And what did you say the Naga's name was? I'm sorry.
Caterus.
Oh, could you spell that or type that into a mental chat?
Kaltherus.
Okay, cool. And so you keep secrets of the forest around here.
That I do.
Any that we might be able to barter for in exchange for an easier time?
Well, if you've got any secrets of your own, I would be happy to trade.
I whisper to Mishiro, tell him about your bedwetting up to currently now.
I will include that, but I have a feeling that he wants some secrets of substance, not just wet feelings.
Mm.
I didn't like that.
Mm-mm.
What feeling?
By any chance, has this woken me up, or am I just kind of still snoozing?
They're being pretty quiet, and
All right, that's fine.
and this little sprite is being is intentionally whispering.
All right, that's cool.
Like he didn't mean he's not he doesn't seem to be meaning to wake anyone up.
All right, I'll be snoozing. No worries.
But if you like, I can say make a perception check to see how light of a sleeper you are.
Yeah, I guess sure. Perception. That's gonna be a 13.
All right. Nah, they're kind of whispery, so I'm gonna
All right, no worries.
I'm gonna say nah.
Honk shoe,
Can
baby.
we prank him? Put his hand in some warm water.
Yeah, I while we're having this conversation about secrets, I take my blanket, which is now warm and wet and quickly getting cold, and
Why
I
is it
wrap
wet?
it.
Oh
Now,
wait,
now why is your
pee?
blanket worm wet?
The pee?
I wrap it around Rose's hand.
Ew. Ew.
Good lord.
But secrets. What kind of secrets? What are you interested in?
God.
Okay, that depends entirely on what it is you have to offer.
Are you seeking power? Are you seeking insight, knowledge, blackmail,
No,
history lesson?
not particularly.
Okay, cool. I didn't have hardly any of those anyway. And you want to help me out here? Let's see. I can offer.
Tell him about how your first kiss was your mom.
Well, wait. That's not a universal experience.
No.
All right. You're not helping. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to turn to our small gnome friend here, and I am going to offer him. I'm gonna offer him my dagger.
Oh, you're just giving daggers to strangers now.
Yeah,
Right.
I'm just gonna say like, listen, I trust you, and I will offer you this fine weapon in exchange for a little bit of help, a little bit of information.
No, that is okay. I've got my own. And he kind of reaches to like a little bundle that he's got on his back, and he pulls that, and he produces what appears to be just a small club, and he reaches to the ground and picks up a rock.
This is not as wholesome as it was going to be in my mind.
A small rock and a club,
He's a dangerous man.
like. Okay, have fun playing baseball. But what could a small little wretch want that I have? Like I don't have any.
Why the insults?
Yeah.
Your secrets.
Jeez.
No, this is out of character. This is table talk.
Oh, okay.
I'm saying once again, he wants your secrets.
Yeah, but what is
I offered two really good secrets, you know?
That's pretty juicy.
what is the secret?
Have you considered making up a secret and lying to him?
That's a great okay, that's kind of in line with being a bard, so maybe I'm gonna do that. Well, yes, my friend.
Ooh.
Perhaps you haven't heard of the cantrip of the fire tornado. I am willing to teach you the cantrip of the fire tornado in exchange for information on how to defeat the Naga. And I guess that's deception.
Sure.
Cool. That is a 14.
14?
Yeah.
Now hold on. Fire tornado is not a cantrip.
Yes.
Right.
But with the school I've learned it in Bard's College, our professor was a transfer from a wizard's college who taught us a way to not exhaust ourselves when we cast Fire Tornado. It has to do with deep breathing and making sure you are planted and centered and channeling the ozone in the air around you.
That does not sound right.
Well, perhaps you may think so, but maybe in exchange for some information, you might learn a little bit of pyro magic tonight.
Sure, why not?
So, I think it should best work like this. I will teach you half of the spell, and then you tell me the rest of the incantation, and you have my word that I will finish the incantation for you.
Okay, sure, why not?
First, sit across from me, cross-legged, with your hands cupping your mouth and your nose so that it looks like you are shouting at a dear, distant friend.
Okay. And he kind of plops down, crosses his little stone goat legs, and repeats the motion.
Now, close your eyes and extend your hands out like you are receiving a loaf of bread from a friend.
Okay. He does
now, you are prepared to channel the fire tornado from the palm of your hands, but first, you must tell me, how will we defeat this Naga?
I do not have any insight into defeating the Naga per se. However, I do know that the invocation of the name Yanakrani brings him the most ire.
So that makes him mad?
Very much so.
His girlfriend's name?
He hates Rani with a passion.
It's interesting. I wish I had... How do you spell that? Someone spell it in the chat.
Somebody write that down.
YONOK space RAANE. And make a religion check for me.
Okay. Yeah. A religion check, that is a 4.
4?
Can I make one?
Sure.
All right. You know, the guy whose sort of biggest thing is religion. I hope it works. Oh man. What's that? 6.
Wow, it doesn't ring a bell.
Yeah.
Well, I will certainly keep that in mind here, as we move forward. All right. Well, I will stick true to my word. I did promise you, this, and now as a good bard, I will follow through here, and I cast where is it? Shoot. I cast Pyrotechnics, which is a 2nd level spell. Let's see how I can target it. Choose an area of non-magical flame that you can see and that fits a 5-foot cube within range. You can extinguish the fire, and you create either fireworks or smoke when you do. Okay, so
you don't. There is no bit of fire that fits that description.
There's not like a campfire going.
Did you say that you set up a fire?
I didn't, but I thought we set camp, which is like half of the word.
You don't have a fire.
Forgive me for thinking that you were gonna cast deafness on this poor soul.
So our friend here still has his eyes closed. Can I make fire? I don't have any spells that can make fire. I'm gonna like elbow Hitoitsu here and like whisper to him, can you start a
fire? I starting a fire.
You try to start a fire?
Or I whisper back, I can do a light spell.
Is that fire based or is that just light?
Will we know the difference is the more important part.
Probably.
Okay, so then I try to start a fire.
Okay, make a survival check for me.
All right.
I can do that as well too.
And while they're making this check, 90.5 FM is WUOG Athens, and you are listening to a pre-recorded episode of D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons & Dragons broadcast.
Man, it was a 10 with even with it my like bonus.
I got a 26.
For starting a fire?
Yes.
It takes you about a minute, but you start a fire using some dry brush in a tinder box.
And during this time, I'm keeping our friend's eyes closed and his hands outstretched, and I am sort of chanting to myself in a quiet, incomprehensible language in common, so that he doesn't understand it, hopefully. And I'm probably singing, "If you like pina colada."
Oh man.
And the fire's starting. Or, "We didn't start the fire."
Can you do My Life Be Like Ooh Ah?
That I cast Pyrotechnics, and I create. Get out of here, cat! My cat is on my desk. I create a dazzling display of colors, swirling in a 5-foot cube, that extends from his hands directly in front of him and above him. And I just do that.
All right, you do so. And
Say, "Open your eyes, behold."
This is very good. Nice. And he's just kind of marveling at the flames.
I do have bad news. We do all need to make a Constitution saving throw and beat a certain number to not be blinded.
Oh no. Even Burroughs, he's asleep.
Burroughs is probably fine.
All right.
He got a natural 20.
Oh, he's fine.
I got a 12.
Like a flat 12. Like you don't add anything to that.
Flat 12. No adding to anything.
You're blinded for the next 6 seconds, but I'm fine.
Oh man.
He's looking up at the flames in awe, and he's just like, and he's very amused by them. And after they fade, he sees the little remnants of the fire on the ground, and wanting to like do it again, like he sort of like gestures his hands out, and the fire actually does.
Oh no!
Spiral up, on his own volition. You have taught him fire magic.
Oh, good. I'm sure this won't come back to burn us.
Jeez. I mean, it's better than making him deaf, like you were doing all these other people.
Yeah, I actually made this kid's life better, not worse.
Oh, well,
I'm an inspiration.
Thank you. Muy gracias. This is very good. I did not know I could cast fire. I've only been able to cast earth before.
Now, be very careful what you do with that. You do live in a very fragile ecosystem, young man.
We cast it again.
Hey, I gave you that, and I can take it away.
No, you can't. You traded it for a secret.
Oop. It's got you there.
Okay.
All transactions are final.
All right. Well, you got me there. Thank you for the transaction. I appreciate it.
Can I teach him create water so he's 3/4 of the way to being the avatar?
He kind of like leaps up like about like 3 feet and like kind of hops backwards and then just turns and like hops away through the underbrush.
Guess I
before
can't.
you can say anything, and you see off in the distance another glow.
Oh no.
This is bad. I think we just created like an arsonist.
Don't put me in this. You.
No, you did create the fire.
No, you created the fire. I failed.
Oh yeah. Yeah, that was me, wasn't it?
You might have made his life better, but you ruined the forest.
Yeah, that's
What
definitely.
would Smokey Bear say?
I think that's a net bad for the universe.
What would Smokey Bear say?
Smokey Bear would say, "Don't teach a small goblin child magic that could start fires.
I wish I could have taught him water magic, so be the Avatar. That'd be great.
That would have been cool. I guess I'm just gonna go back to sleep. Forget this ever happened.
All right.
Can we check to see if Burroughs has peed himself yet?
Burroughs, make a con check.
I swear to God, if you peel, made me pee myself.
Roll for Pete.
I got a 16.
No.
You peed really good.
Yeah, no, like you man it, you do not do so. But
No.
the time has come for the second watch of the evening.
Okay. Can I trade out with Mashiro so we can try to get Burroughs to pee himself again?
Okay,
Yes.
so Hitoitsu,
rules.
you actually, so Hitoitsu, now you bed down on your moss pillow for the night.
Nice.
And Mishiro, you take up the next watch. Can you make a perception check for me?
Yes, I can. That is a. Sorry, I've lost the page. Here we go. 16.
16?
Yes.
All right. Your watch passes uneventfully.
Yay.
Is there
That
anything
was good.
Yeah, is there anything you'd like to do?
While I'm awake, I think I'm going to probably. You know what? Yeah, I think I'm gonna take this time to offer up like a quick little prayer to Patrimonium.
Mm-hmm.
Not Onondaito.
All right.
And thank him for his help in being a deceitful little boy. But recognizing that deceit is probably not the best way to use the gift of storytelling and improv. And I probably disappointed some other deities who think I'm a good person. So that's just my life. But other than that, I'm just chilling. I'm not going to really prepare anything.
As you offer that prayer, make a religion check for me.
Okay. There, please. My cat's now pushing my dice around my desk.
Let him
playing.
roll. Yeah, he's gonna roll.
Yeah, he just rolled that one for me, and I got a 7.
7?
Nice.
Yeah, not real good.
You feel like your prayer has been heard, but you don't feel any sort of connection other than that.
They're disappointed in you.
Know that feeling. All right.
Oh no.
Yep. That's my shift.
Mm.
Can we check to see if Burroughs has peed his pants now?
Burroughs, make another con check.
I should have prayed for bed.
That's a 5.
5.
Yeah.
Lucky for you, that was just the DC.
Thank God.
Oh no.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's a low DC. But either way, you wake up and you find your hand in a bowl of like lukewarm water. And you're just like, what?
It was not a bowl. It was not
Yeah,
a
it was
bowl.
a pea blanket.
Nice.
It was a.
Wait,
Gross.
what?
God, guys.
That's actually disgusting.
That's nasty. Jesus,
I-
gross.
You
I
missed
love
that?
the wide open sandbox world of Dungeons and Dragons.
I can't believe that this is what this game has come to. All right.
What's around my what is this? What's my hand in?
All right.
What the heck?
Burroughs, you wake up general feeling of disgust. And Mishiro,
God.
you feel Mishiro, you bed down for the evening on your little back down on your bed of moss, and Burroughs, I need you to make a perception check as the last watch comes and goes.
God, I've slipped into some nasty bilges, but this is new. Nuts. That's gonna be an 8.
8. You don't
8.
notice anything, and your watch passes
Tied.
uneventfully.
That's a bad not notice anything.
Cool. All right. Should I wake the boys up?
Well, yes. As your watch comes to an end, you do start to notice that it grows brighter outside as the sun begins to rise. You can't quite see the sunrise through the thicket of the forest, but the day is illuminated.
I would like to throw the pee blanket on the boys.
Oh no.
Oh,
There's no
God.
pee bucket. It's a pee blanket.
I said blanket.
Oh no. On both of us? That's a big blanket.
I mean, I guess whoever's closest, and if it fits both of them, then both of them.
I guess it'd be Mishiro who's closest.
I throw the pee blanket on Mishiro.
All right, you do so.
Nice.
Mishiro,
come out
Mishiro, you have a sour awakening.
Okay, I guess I'm not conscious for that. Yeah, I guess I wake up in my own pee blanket like I do every morning.
Disgusting.
This is great.
All
There's a
right.
part of me that hates that this is now canon, and there's a part of me that thinks this is the funniest thing ever. Anyhow, so you all wake up, some more gracefully than others, and the day is yours to travel along the path that has still been cleared for you by the friendly local dryads of this forest. What would you like to do?
What a lovely day.
Yeah,
I sure hope nothing weird happened at night that would endanger the forest. Should we keep walking through the forest?
just keep an eye out for any burnt patches. I heard the Naga uses his nasty, gnarly flame breath on.
Really? I didn't know Nagas could breathe fire.
This one does.
I feel like why did I not hear the wizard say that? That's so weird. I feel like I would have been paying attention.
His mom was a dragon.
The wizard's mom?
No, the Naga's
He's a
mom.
bugbear. Oh. Why did he neglect to mention that earlier?
His dad was a donkey too. It was some weird freak monster of God that created the Naga.
Do you guys smell onions?
I prefer parfaits.
All right. Should we set off down this path that the dryads have so graciously cleared for us?
Good idea.
Great.
Okay, you set off down the path again. Could one of you roll a d20 for me? Someone who did not roll yesterday, to head this day's travel. Didn't you roll
That's
yesterday,
11.
Burrows?
Oh, did I?
He didn't. I thought it was just.
I did. Yeah.
Oh, okay, it was
Mishiro.
Mishiro. All right, you got an 11?
I did get an 11.
All right. And as you go through the forest again, deeper and deeper still, you notice that as you progress, the trees start to grow a little unhealthier and a little more sparse as you feel a general make a perception check, actually.
All of us?
Just you, since you're leading today.
That's going to be a 10.
10? You can't place it, but you just feel uneasy.
The vibes are off.
The vibe's off.
Bad
Smell
vibe.
that fresh bad vibes. They can't be far now.
But progressing forward, you do actually, as you step further into this sort of bramble that it's now become, you hear a cracking sound, and you look down, and it would appear that you've stepped on some kind of bone that snaps under your foot.
Gross.
And looking around,
Don't mind me.
And looking around,
I wanted to see the hole.
You do see, like scattered throughout the sort of fallen leaves of the forest floor. There are the occasional like bits of just dried bones stuck out as the trees also sort of give way to this sort of unhealthy looking stretch of forest.
It's not a good sign.
I guess I'm just gonna send a quick little prayer to Almitra, and then we can continue on our way. Do I have to make a religion roll?
Yeah, just real quick.
All right. Oh man. 8.
8. You feel heard, but nothing further.
Fair enough.
Almitra says, I feel that.
Let's keep moving.
All right, you keep moving. And what's everyone's passive perception?
15.
15?
15.
All right. Hichitsu?
17. Sorry.
17.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah,
my
quick
God.
check. Yeah, help me out right there. Where would I find that? Real quick.
It's 10 plus your perception bonus.
Oh, then 12.
12.
Yeah.
All right. As you progress forward, this sort of grove of bones become more sparse in tree and more just thick in bramble and other sorts of discarded remains. But Mishiro, as you pass through this sort of very unpleasant kind of patch of forest, you do see something large move, just hidden but off to the right.
Do I make out like a shape or anything?
That was your passive perception, so make a perception check just to see how much you're able to gauge.
Okay. Oh, not much. 11.
11. You just see something subtly slink out of view.
That I think I'm gonna immediately alert everyone to what I saw. Not that I specifically saw anything, but the direction of the movement.
All right.
You saw something?
Yeah, I saw movement, an imperceptible shape right over there.
The vibe's been bad. I don't trust it.
The vibe has been bad. And you hear from no distinct direction a voice. What brings you to my grove, mortals?
Did he just call us mortals?
It is not often I get visitors.
Hi. I assume you are I assume you are Talteros? What was it? The Naga?
I am Cortherus.
Oh, we were way off, Michelle.
Lost in translation.
I would like to draw my weapon.
Yeah.
You do so, and
Nice.
this creature makes itself known as from the bramble around you that is maybe about shoulder height. There coils this very long, huge, almost cobra-headed kind of figure with black and red stripes that kind of go down its back, with its sort of scaly underbelly visible. It goes up into a cobra frill almost, but that ends in a face that appears to be some kind of man, with whose jaw would be more unhinged than the average humanoid, and whose serpentine tongue and fangs are quite visible. Willing visitors are uncommon around here. What is it that brings you around?
Well, I'm here to kill Naga and chew bubblegum, and I'm all out of gum.
Oh
I'm here to kill
no.
Naga and chew
Pull out my
bubblegum, and I'm
shovel.
not sure bubblegum exists in this world.
Well, in that case, say no more. Roll initiative.
Oh,
Hell yeah.
Swiggity swoogie.
we just
Sweetie,
got
sweetie.
into it.
That's a 15 for me, Chief.
So
I got
15.
a 16.
All right. Strong start.
All
Pretty
right.
swag.
So, who was the highest?
I had a 16.
Ooh. So that's Hito Itsu. And then Burrows, you had a 15?
I did indeed.
As did I. Yep.
Oh. All right, cool.
I'll go last. I'll go last in the order for us.
Yeah, because Burrows, I take it your dexterity modifier is off the charts.
Off the charts is a word.
Yes. Because you are a rogue. And then what's your dex mod, Mishiro?
+3.
Yeah, then you're
Oh
going.
wow, we have the same dex mod.
Oh, do you actually?
Wait, Sorry. I was looking at saving throw bonus. My dex is just +1.
Oh, in that
No,
case, you are
see.
going last, Mishiro.
Yeah, that's fine.
All right.
Yeah, no, I'm not very dexterous. I'm kind of round.
Mm. All right, Hichuitsu, you're up first, and you see like this creature in front of you. You see its mouth sort of begin to crackle with some form of energy, as its cobra as its frill kind of just grows kind of wider, as and it sort of constricts its body to become somewhat tighter unto itself.
Fair enough. How far away from it am I?
You are about 20 feet.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon and move my weapon within range.
All right. You do so, and your spectral shovel appears, and it
Nice.
floats on over to the spirit Naga. Make a melee spell attack.
I got an 18.
18, that hits. Roll damage.
Okay, then I got an 8.
Ooh, nice. Your shovel floats over to this creature, and just slams into its side, and its serpentine body recoils somewhat, but it still keeps itself righted. Is that your turn?
Then I'm good. I'm done with my turn.
Okay, you stay put. We're on down to Burrows.
All right. How far away is Mr. Spirit Naga?
20 feet.
Cool. Okay. I would like to attack him. Can I do this a sneak attack?
He is very much aware of you. No.
Tight. You know, that's fine. I'm gonna do. I'm gonna hit him with my rapier, and that's going to be. I'm gonna jump in. I'm gonna hit him with the rapier, and then I'm going to use my rogue class cunning action to disengage and jump back afterwards.
Nice. All right.
If all goes as planned.
All right. Nice. So roll to attack with your rapier.
It's a 15 to hit.
A 15 just hits. Roll damage.
That's gonna do 9 piercing damage.
Okay.
And I'm gonna bonus action jump back to where I was at the start.
Mm-hmm. All right, nice. So you move 20 feet up, and then you use your bonus action to disengage. You get about 10 feet back from where you from the Naga itself.
Cool.
All right. We are on down to the Naga's turn, who, having sustained this damage, with his serpentine body, sort of slithers somewhat in place, going back a little bit, and he somewhat moves his positioning. And you hear this as from his mouth, this bolt of just shattering electricity screeches out to attempt to attack both Burrows and Mishiro. So I need you...
I have a question.
Yes.
I guess I should have asked this earlier, but it's too late now. So with level 5, I get the Uncanny Dodge ability,
Yes.
which is a reaction to reduce the opponent's attack by half.
But he's casting Lightning Bolt at you guys. I need you to make Dex saves.
Okay.
Nice. Oh, you gotta be kidding. That's a 5.
That's a 22.
Oh, wow.
God.
All right, so those who succeed, you take... those who fail, rather, you take 24 lightning damage. As this crackling bolt of
That's half for me.
Yeah, that is halved and halved for you as well, Mishiro. So you both take 12.
Oh my gosh, what?
As this crackling bolt of electricity just crashes across the plane.
I'd like the world to know that Kinnan said he had no qualms about killing us in this campaign.
None whatsoever.
So the lovely characters you see in our thumbnail might no longer be our lovely characters.
Wow.
All right, cool.
Yes, is it Mishiro's turn now?
Yeah, I guess I'm
that was
Get ready to meet Burrows' half brother.
It is indeed Mishiro's turn.
Man.
All right. Yikes.
Oh my.
Yikes there, guys.
Wow.
Cool. So I am going to... How far am I from the Naga? Like, how large is this room? And
It's not a room. It's an open sort of just garden of bones almost. Like the sort of it's almost like the elephant graveyard in Lion King, except with more trees.
Fantastic.
Nice.
Okay.
It's less a room and more outside.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
outside.
I don't know what that's like after a year and a half. So
Go touch some grass.
Some what?
Please. I would hope that somebody would go touch grass.
I don't know what that is.
after that, I'm going to use my longsword to just get up on there and chop.
All right. You run the 25 feet up to the Naga as it had slithered back somewhat. Make an attack roll.
That is a 21 to hit.
That
I am
hits.
killing it with
You
my
guys are
D20.
doing pretty good, actually. Roll damage.
Yeah. Let's see. That's max damage. That's 11.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh.
The dice have brought me luck. That make up for my illiteracy. So yeah, that's 11 damage from me. That is.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's just slashing damage, I guess.
Yes.
And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Bardic Inspiration on I think I'm gonna choose Burrows.
All right. Cool. So your bardic inspiration is still a D6, yes?
It's D8 now.
Ooh, fancy. All right. So Burrows, you now have a D8, which you can add to any attack roll, ability check, or saving throw.
Right.
All right. Is that your turn?
Yep, we're back to the top of the order.
Top of the order to Hitoitsu. You're up.
Nice. All right. I want to use Cure Wounds on Burrows.
All right. That is another touch spell, I believe. So either way, you have.
I want to use my movement. Yeah, I want to use my movement to run over there and do it.
Okay. You're able to get over to Burrows, and you are able to touch him. So go ahead and roll a D8 and add your spellcasting modifier.
All right.
So it'd just be a D8 plus your wisdom bonus. The same for your damage for your spiritual weapon, except with healing instead.
Okay, so I got a 6.
6. All right. Burrows, you regain 6 hit points. And wait, did that already add your wisdom modifier?
Yeah, I added my wisdom modifier.
Okay, then Burrows, you regain 6 hit points.
Awesome. Thanks a bunch.
And then, of course, got to make sure the homies are still alive so I can kiss them goodnight. And then
I like to believe that the touch was a goodnight kiss.
Yeah, no. Any touch spell you cast should be a kiss on our foreheads.
Should be a kiss on the foreheads. Nice.
In the middle of battle, I run over and kiss my homie on the forehead.
I'd allow it.
And then I use my bonus action and I use a spiritual weapon.
To hit the Naga again?
Yeah, to hit the Naga again.
All right, roll to attack.
Ugh. I got an 11.
11. The shovel with its position having been registered by Coltheris, as it goes to swing again, like it his serpentine danger noodle body just sort of like slithers out of the way. He's able to successfully dodge.
I didn't yell whatchamacallit, Gravedigger this time, and that's why it missed. That's my turn.
Yeah.
All right, we're on down to Burrows.
He's what, 10 feet away from me, 15 feet away from me?
15.
I guess it's not really gun time, is it?
I mean, it can be gun time.
Every time is gun time.
If you want it to be gun time.
I'm looking at my watch. I'm not sure if it's gun o'clock yet or not. I'm gonna save gun o'clock till later.
Right.
I'm gonna it's rapier time once again, and I suppose he's still very much aware of me.
Yes.
It's rapier time once again.
All right. Make a stab attack.
That's gonna be a 21 to hit.
That hits. Good lord.
Good, cool. And that's gonna do 5 piercing damage.
Nice.
And then I'm gonna, of course, use my cunning action to disengage and hop back.
Okay. You do so.
And I think that's my turn.
You
Let me
don't have
check if I have anything
you don't
else.
have you don't have a set number of those cunning actions, do you? Like you can just do that indefinitely?
No, that's just indefinite. Yep.
Sick. All right.
Right.
Yeah. That being said, which is less sick, uh,
Oh no.
The Naga speaks. So, you have been trained, it would seem. Well,
Indeed. While you were burning down the forest, we studied the blade.
And the shovel.
I'm sure. And the Naga is going to rear back and strike out at Hitoitsu. So is going to kind of coil up and lunge at you. This hulking serpentine form. How's a 12 to hit? Actually,
that's
13.
my armor class, right?
13.
So that's my armor class, right?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, it doesn't hit.
It doesn't hit. All right.
No.
So the Naga lunges at you, this hulking snake-like figure, and you dodge out of the way and kind of just give it like a sort of guiding jab with your shovel to like get it out of the way, and it just slumps on the ground, having attempted to lunge at you and failing. All right.
Yeah. Then I look at the camera and say, "I'm built different. I'm just different."
All right. That's its turn. We are now on down to Mishiro.
All right. I'm gonna cast I'm gonna cast blindness, deafness,
Okay.
the good old favorite at second level.
Okay.
And I will choose to blind a foe.
Mhm.
He has to make a Constitution saving throw.
How's the 17?
Oh no, he's fine. Cool. Cool. Yeah, so he's cool. He's not blind or anything, actually.
Yeah, you cast that spell out, and you feel it kind of permeate. Like you feel the arcane energy kind of permeate his eyes, but he sort of like shakes his head, and the spell has no effect.
Cool. Yeah. So I'm gonna do that and then sing a little song of panic, but it's gonna inspire Hitoitsu.
All right, Hitoitsu, you now have a D8 that you can add to a roll.
Awesome.
Mishiro, is that your turn?
Yes, that's my turn.
Sorry. All right, Hitoitsu, you're up.
Cool. How far away is Mishiro from me?
Mishiro, did you back up at all?
After I like stabbed the snake the first time, I didn't say that I did, but I thought I would engage, but I guess I'm still right up on him, I guess.
Okay. He's Mishiro is maybe about 10 feet from you.
Okay.
Because you just healed Burrows.
Yeah, so I want to run up to my other homie, kiss him on the forehead, and cast Cure Wounds.
All right. You do so.
And this is so D8.
9. All right.
It was a what?
A 9. Mishiro, you regain 9 hit points.
As my bonus action, I'm gonna use Spiritual Weapon. Oh man, that was a nat 1.
Oh no!
You stabbed me for 9 points.
No, but I have to add wisdom to it, right? So that's a 3.
Yeah. The shovel kind of glides idly over to the body of this Naga that is on the ground, starting to collect itself again, having attempted and failed a lunge, and the shovel just like swing and a miss. It does not register.
Again, you didn't say Gravedigger like you're
right.
in Pokemon.
You're so right.
Yeah, dude.
Or in any anime, really.
You gotta call out the attack.
Yeah.
All right. If that's your turn, we are on down to Burrows.
Oh man. God, look at the time. It's got o'clock, fellas.
I will also say the snake is currently prone as it attempted a lunge and fell.
Wait a minute. Can I make that a snake attack?
Yes, you
Aren't
may.
snakes always prone?
Well,
let's go.
It was up. It was like upright beforehand, but after the lunge, it just kind of fell flat on the ground. It rolled very poorly.
Okay.
Cool. Well, I'm gonna do a GD sneak attack, and just shoot it.
So roll with advantage, and then if upon a hit, you get your sneak attack bonus.
Well, the first roll is a 16. Second roll is it's a 16 to hit.
Nice. That hits.
And that's going to do. Wait, that's going to do 5 plus 7 is 12 damage.
Okay. And this is with your gun?
Yeah.
You hear that of the gunpowder just flare with Burroughs' gun as the bullet just into the hide of the hide of this Naga, the Naga hide, if you will, and it recoils in pain. This creature is now bloodied. Congratulations. It has been actually, but now it is even more so.
It's very bloody.
Yes. But speaking of which, it is its turn, and it uses half its movement to right itself. And the Naga rights himself, and he looks directly at you, Hitoitsu, noticing that you've been the one healing everybody. Well,
Okay.
aren't you?
Oh God, it's got thoughts.
You troublesome. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
All right, I'm ready to. I hope this works out so I can say the line. 13.
Ooh, just fails.
No, I wanted to say I'm different.
You're not.
You hear the Naga say, "Well, aren't you troublesome?"
Jeez.
And you feel this sickening feeling as you look down to your chest, and there is just this black necrotic energy just rotting your core, and you take 43 necrotic damage.
Oh,
no.
Wow. Oh, I have a resistance to necrotic and radiant damage, though.
Yes, you do. As such, you only take 21.
Oh, snap. Fair enough. I'm different. I look at the camera and I say I'm different.
But you feel this necrotic energy well up inside you, and it hurts. It hurts like hell. But the Naga appears frustrated as he casts a spell. I see. Angel blood. You will taste most delicious. And that is its turn. It is on down to Mishiro.
Grimacing pain.
All right. Is it very obvious that that Hitoitsu is like on death's door?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna cast Healing Word at 3rd level.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just vocal. And I'm going to specifically target Hitoitsu.
Mm-hmm.
And he regains 3d4 plus 2 hit points. Let's see, 9 hit points.
You regain 9 hit points.
Swag.
It says Healing Word is a bonus action.
Yes.
Okay, great. So that said, I'm going to use my longsword and just do a good old God-fearing American attack here.
Good.
God-fearing American.
God-fearing American. That is 17 to
God's
hit.
plural, by the way. 17 does hit.
God's fearing. I forget the continent we're on, but yes.
Currently, you're on Rune, but you started in Scarlet Set.
Yeah, Scarlet Set loving. Yes. Okay, so that hits.
Yeah, never mind.
9 damage. Sorry.
9 damage. All right.
Yep.
You sink your blade into the side of this Naga, and he recoils once more. Insolent. All right, we are on down to the top of the order, actually. So Hitoitsu, you're up. You feel awful. A little bit better, thanks to your buddy.
Yeah.
But still.
I want to move as far away as possible.
I will leave.
So I guess I want to back up 30 feet.
Okay, so you move your 30 feet back, and you still have your action and bonus action. You've expended your movement.
Okay. Running out of spells here, guys. I'm gonna cast. Actually, I'm gonna do Healing Hands on myself.
Fair. You regain 5 hit points.
Fair enough. And then I'm gonna cast Spiritual Weapon, but this time I'm gonna say Grave Digger.
There we go. Let's see if this makes a difference.
Please.
Thank God.
15?
Just hits.
Yes.
I really do think that is a thing. I think that's a
This rules.
Roll damage.
That is a 5.
5. All right. This guy's looking pretty bad. Okay. Hitoitsu, Burrows, you're up.
It's how far away am I from Mr. Naga?
20-ish feet.
All right, you know what? It's sword time, baby.
Actually,
it's
wait,
rapier
no.
time. Nope.
Yeah, you're about 20-ish feet because you shot him with your gun rather than you
I did
stabbing
indeed.
him. Yeah.
I'm going to once again stab him.
All right.
And that's gonna be a 19 to hit.
That hits. Roll damage.
And that's going to be 11 damage.
11. Are you adding? You're not adding your sneak attack, are you?
I'm not.
That's a really good roll. All right,
Thank you.
You stab him with your rapier again, and he rears back. How dare you! I'm the scourge of this forest. How dare you treat me so poorly?
You really weren't that hard to beat. I think I almost died more with the troll.
Oh,
well, he's not dead yet. Don't taunt him too much, bud.
Pitiful little worm. You insult me. Is that your turn, Burrows?
I guess I also disengage and jump back.
Okay.
Using my bonus action.
Hey, Mishiro, it's his turn, and you just insulted him.
Yep.
Don't die, champ.
I'll save you for later. I don't want to hear your voice anymore. Hey, what are your hit points at currently, Mishiro?
25.
20. Dang. All right. You feel the you see him mouth something just like some sort of verbal component to a magic to some sort of spell, and you suddenly just feel very, very sleepy, just like like you're about to nod off, but you shake out of it as you just beat his sleep spell.
I guess he is pretty lame.
Yeah, he's really not that bad.
All right. We are on down to Mishiro. You.
All right. I'm gonna roll sleep at a 2nd level.
Okay.
Oh, that's pretty terrible. Okay. 23 hit points.
23.
Yeah.
You cast the spell, and you see the Naga just crash down onto the ground, asleep.
Night night. 1 minute.
Let's get killing.
Yeah, let's just cut his head off. I don't know.
Well, his tongue, ideally.
Well, I don't care. Let's do head. Just like take him out. Yeah, I'm done.
Coolio. You're up.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna try to chop his head off with my shovel.
Now, did you want to do inflict wounds first, or you just doing shovel?
Yeah, I'm just gonna do shovel. If this works out and we chop his head off, I'm gonna inflict wounds on his neck and hope that does something. Yeah, outside the box thinking. All right, so I have to roll to hit, right?
Yes, with advantage.
18 and a 5, so the
okay, 18. The 18 does hit. Roll damage.
All right. That's the 8, right?
D8, yes. Plus your strength modifier.
Okay, 6.
6. You jab your shovel down into the scaly hide of this creature, and you see its eyes just dart open. It is awake again.
Oop, 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 oop. That was not a great move there, guys. Okay, then I'm gonna move as far back out of range as possible again.
He gets an opportunity attack.
Okay, fair enough.
And because you are close to its head, he's going to try and bite you.
Okay.
How's a 22 to hit?
Oh my gosh, yeah.
All right, you take 7 piercing damage as the fangs of this Naga, as you try and back away from it, having stabbed it with your shovel, just latch onto your torso. And I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Okay. Oh my gosh, 7. This is a terrible idea.
As you take 15 additional poison damage.
Oh my gosh.
My goodness.
Okay, well, somebody's not alive right now.
Oh no. Are you down?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm down. Yeah, that got bad really quick. You fall
unconscious.
Oof.
As the Naga retracts its fangs from your torso, noticing you go limp, he drops you, and he says, "I was right. Delicious." We are on down to Burrows.
I'd like to shoot him.
Alright, he is still prone, so you get advantage and therefore sneak attack.
Incredible. I roll with advantage, right?
Yes.
Neither of those hit. I rolled a 9 and an 8.
Plus anything?
That was plus things.
Oh no.
Yeah, life's hell.
Yes, so it would seem. Is that your turn?
I'm trying to think what else I could do.
Got cocky. I blame Michero.
I guess I
You blame me?
Yes, because you made me as well cocky.
I guess I'll back up some.
Listen, I never underestimated it. I was just flaming it because I'm a bard. That's like my thing.
Anyway, you back up. And barring a bonus action, anything? No?
Let me look at my. Using my bonus action, I back up some more.
Okay. We are on down to the Naga's turn, who, righting himself, says, "Fine. I can wait a little longer if you're not willing to play fair. Goodbye, morsels." And you see next to this Naga appears this sort of just suddenly there just appears this huge doorway, and he slithers through it.
What?
And escapes. And the doorway just closed behind it into thin air. And he's gone. And that's where we'll end tonight's episode.
Boo.
All right. Thank you guys for listening. And thank you guys for playing. You have a hunt to continue tomorrow, next episode.
Sure do.
All right. Good luck, everybody.
Good luck, everybody.
All right.
Bye.
But this has been D90.5, WUOG's own Dungeons and Dragons broadcast. See you next time.
Bye.
Bye.
I'm unconscious, so I'm not going to say bye.